Greetings YouTube, Dark Swordsman here, and I am back for more Final Fantasy X. And in today's episode, we are going to be departing Besaid Island for Kilika. So without further ado, let's get on with today's episode.
Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
That's the sword you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
Alright, so we're now going to get into a couple of tutorial
one now.
battles.
Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
And of course we've now got a shiny new sword.
No
Although
problem!
we won't be using it for too long, mind you.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday. A flyer! My kind of customer.
So this is basically just telling, teaching us about the different types of fiend we can come up against. And also each character will specialise in dealing with its own type, his or her type, own type of fiend.
That looks like
So for instance, this one will be Lulu's job to
Watch
deal
this.
with because she's our black mage.
Told ya, only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Of course,
Magic
later on we'll be a lot more
element?
powerful and
Let's
physical
have our
attacks will be able
black
to
mage
damage those
show you
things
what I
as well,
mean.
but for the time being,
You're up.
we have to
Clueless,
stick with
aren't
the
you? Good
basics.
thing I'm here. Spells of ice work well against fire fiends, and ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means
Which means we need to cast thunder. There we go. So Waka will deal with the flyers. Titus, his job role is to go after the faster moving ones, like the lizards and stuff. And then later on there'll be ones that are
take your time.
they basically have rock hard defense. They're slow but very tough, and that will be Orin's job to deal with them. Obviously Yuna,
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna
Riku
wait.
and Komori don't really have a specific thing they're meant to go after.
Art, you ready?
To be honest, Yuna's more of a white mage and is designed for support purposes more than anything. And Riku and Komori, I don't really
What's
find much
going
use
on?
in either of them, if I'm honest. Although Komori has got the ability to learn certain boss moves and stuff like that, I suppose.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day.
Excuse me.
Said he'd miss his boat.
So we've got two options here. We can either just watch or we can pray. I think we'll go with the pray one today. I don't think it really matters which one you go for.
That should do it.
Alright then. So we're going to have a little bit of a confrontation in a moment with Kamari. He's not too difficult to deal with. Never really understood why he attacks us, to be honest, but... Let's just heal ourselves up a moment.
That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kamari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
Yep, he was Yuna's very first guardian. Oh, we got a hunter's sword. Let's have a look at that a second. Oh, actually, while we're at it, we can equip the Rod of Wisdom, which gives us magic plus 5% and 3%. And it also gives us sensor, and what sensor will allow us to do is to be able to see our opponent's health bar, so that we know how much health we've got to take out of them. Let's look at this Hunter's Sword. So the Hunter's Sword also has a sensor on it, but we get strength plus 5 with the Brotherhood Sword. And obviously we haven't got anything for those two just yet. Now Kamari won't actually join the party until later. And one more thing, with the sensor thing, it will only work if the party member who has it equipped happens to be out on the battlefield at the time. So here's our next tutorial battle. Now these guys actually don't generally appear on Besaid. This is literally just for tutorial purposes.
Why don't we let our summoner
Once
show us
we
what
have
she's
done
made
these
of?
two battles that we're about to do, you will not see them over here again. You will only find them over on Mushroom Rock. But we'll get to that later.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
Right, let's go ahead and summon. Also, the Aeons automatically have the sensor ability as well. Or from what I've seen anyway. course, there are some creatures throughout the game that will be immune to senses, so you will not be able to see how much health they've actually got. Dark Aeons, for instance. Oh, sugar, I forgot to go pick something up. Okay folks, we're going to have to go back on ourselves a minute. I've forgotten to pick something up. Something that's actually quite useful and very important. Well, I say very important. Trust me, it's going to help out later on, and if we don't get it now, we ain't going to be able to get our hands on it until after we have defeated Dark Veilfall, which is a hell of a lot later on. So I do recommend that we backtrack and go and get it now quickly. I almost wish I had no encounters right now to get this done a bit quicker, but I guess it is what it is. I'll try and do this as fast as I can. I know why I forgot, it's because it transported me automatically out of the village, that's what it's all about. Right, so if we come back in here, and we make our way into this tent here, and we need to talk to this lady here. And once you've spoken to her, she'll say, you know, a funny thing happened, my dog dug something up yesterday, I wonder what it was. From here, we'll come out of this tent, and when the game's finished loading, we want to make our way down to the tent on the bottom far right, and we want to talk to the dog. He'll open his mouth and you'll obtain something mangled and slobbery, and it will teach Veilfall the Overdrive Energy Blast. And believe me, Energy Blast is a lot more powerful than the Energy Ray move that it has, and will help out an awful lot later on, trust me. Right, with that now sorted, we can go ahead and move on. Try and get back to where I was as fast as I possibly can, because I'm against the clock here. Obviously, as I've stated before, I like to keep my videos between 30 and 35 minutes long, although due to my screw up I might have to go over the 35-minute mark with this one. Although having said that, I have managed to get back here pretty quick, so it's not too bad. Okay, so we're now going to have to deal with another Garorda.
Another one of them? No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, bird.
So at this point it's going to want us to use a Dark Attack, which is a skill that will blind it and stop it from being able to hit us so easily. Now, in order for your characters to gain experience, they must have performed at least one attack. It doesn't matter if the attack hits, as long as they have performed an attack, or if they've used a healing item or healing spell on one of your other characters. As long as they've made an action, they will get experience. So now that Yuna's had her fun, I will get rid of her and pull Silas back out. And we'll finish this thing off as quickly as we can. Bear in mind though that using skills at this point will be limited because we have got very little MP, so use your MP wisely. Although MP can be restocked from the save points, and if you can get your hands on Incas, you can also restock it that way too. Go. Just going to use the save point here and save my game quickly, just so we don't have to do all that again. Because we do have a couple of boss fights coming up in a moment, and ideally, you know, we don't want to have to keep coming back on ourselves. I mean, to be honest, I don't think I've ever failed to take these boss fights out, but it pays to be safer rather than sorry. So there's the Seeker's Ring. There's the Ether. And there are a few more items, but they're on board the boat, which is the SS Liki. And there's also an Albed primer to be had as well, and I'll show you guys where you can find that.
Goodbye.
Boo!
Okay, so if we make our way down below deck,
Ooh, them's fascinating clothes.
we have a little encounter with Awaka the 23rd, Merchant Extraordinaire.
Filthy, filthy. These won't
And if you
sell.
don't come down
All
here
your
and have your
names, not
encounter,
Awaka.
now you'll have it when you get back on the boat later on.
Don't look like you got much money either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Awaka the 23rd, Merchant Extraordinaire.
Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
Right, we make our way into the power room.
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
If we make our way down to the end here, you see the alphabet primer on the floor, which converts the alphabet letter L into the letter C. Okay, let's make our way back out of here. If we make our way into here, there's a chest just here. And if you kick this suitcase, you'll get potions out of it. And you can keep kicking it to get more out of it. I think you can get a total of about 20 potions in total. Oh no, there we go, that's it. Okay, I think that's it for down here then. I mean, we can talk to Luzu and Gata as well.
I'm not at liberty to talk.
Oh, okay.
Restricted area. Our operation depends on this cargo.
And we'll talk to Awaka the 23rd a bit more later on. Nothing to be done in there for the moment. I couldn't remember whether there was any items there, so I just wanted to double check. Nothing up here for the moment. Right, in that case, time to proceed with the story, I think.
Come to think of it, I haven't told you where we're going. First to Kilika Island. Then we change boats and head for Luca. For that though, Yuna's gotta pray at the temple. I'll be guarding. We'll be praying for the Aurochs' victory too, so you come along, yeah?
Great plan.
Hey, it is a great plan.
Don't look at me.
Word is, that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter? So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Waka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Alright then. So now we're going to go ahead and talk to Yuna. And this is where we're going to be interrupted by Sin. And we're going to have but yet another boss fight.
the wind. It's nice. You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin, there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Jacked. My father. His name is Jacked.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkin.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jekt came to Spira.
But...
It's true, I first met Jekt 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
Yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here, are you not?
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Zin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
point we are going to be thrusted into battle with Sin. This is not his Sin spawn this time, it's actually him directly. And you'll recognise these little things from Zanakin. What we want to do is we actually want to get our range attackers out on the field for this fight, because if we battle those two on the deck, they'll just keep respawning basically. We need to focus all our efforts on Finn at the back. So this is why we're going to go ahead and pull out our Balefall now. And we've got a full Overdrive bar, which we are going to use. And we want to go ahead and use Energy Blast, which is the new ability that we picked up. Now Sin's little Finn over there will have about 2,000 hit points. And we just wiped out the majority of it with one hit. I suppose in theory you could wipe out 2 out of the 3 of those things on the deck, just to reduce damage a little bit. This is only the first of the 2 fights. We have now got to deal with another fight, and that will be against Sinspawn Achilles. Sorry, Achilles even. And again, he has 2,000 hit points, and he's weak to darkness. Here's our second boss fight. Now, ideally we want to blind him if we can. He'll have a deadly move called the Blender ability, which will do quite a lot of damage if we're not careful. And those little fish at the either sides of him he'll use as sort of like little mini missiles, if you will. We need to focus our efforts on his main body if we can. Here's the Blender ability I was on about. And unfortunately, even if he's blinded, it will still hit. Let's just go ahead and re-blind him. Let's go ahead and chuck out a potion. You know what, I've never noticed that before. SS Liki's in the background. I cannot believe I've never noticed that before. And I've played through this game multiple times as well. How have I not ever spotted that? Right, let's just chuck a potion out, get Rocky healed up. So at this point, unfortunately, the blindness has wore off, so we're now going to be dealing with him in all his fury. Hopefully he shouldn't have too much health left now. And I'm out of MP with Rocker now, so I can't blind him. Oh, there we go, we killed him anyway, it doesn't matter. Seems the game has decided to be very charitable today. Quite often at this early stage in the game I have struggled to pull the ability spheres, but it looks like at the moment the game wants to play nice.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks be to you.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Huh?
Okay, so at this point I'm actually going to end the episode there and stop for a break. So if you've liked what you've seen, then let me know in the comment section, hit that like button, be subscribed to my channel. I've been your host, Dark Swordsman, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye for now.